Hail and thunderstorms hit northern Taiwan. TSMC to invest $100 billion more in U.S. Sakura Valley in Jianshi welcomes visitors. UK PM offers unwavering support to Ukraine. North Korea's Kim orders nuclear readiness after missile test. U.S. aircraft carrier arrives in South Korea after end Korea missiles test. China working on enormous aircraft carrier. Anora wins Best Picture at the 97th Academy Awards.
Hello, I'm Wei Lee. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It is Tuesday, March 4th, World Obesity Day, and here are your top stories. In local news, from last night to early morning, thunderstorms rumbled across central and northern Taiwan. Hail was observed in Taipei and New Taipei, surprising residents. Many shared videos online expressing shock at the loud noise and unexpected icy downfall. TSMC announced a new $100 billion investment in the U.S. to build 3 wafer fabs and 2 advanced packaging plants. The announcement was made at the White House by Chairman Mark Liu and President Donald Trump, who noted that this move would help avoid high tariffs on chip exports. Taiwan's Premier Zuo Rongtai expressed support, stating that the government welcomes investments that enhance global expansion and strengthen Taiwan's industrial competitiveness. Sakura Valley in尖石櫻花谷is in full bloom with hundreds of Fuji cherry trees. The park is open from February 12th to March 9th, offering a stunning pink landscape. Visitors can also explore the nearby Smangus cherry blossom scenery. And in global news, on Sunday, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced billions in support for Ukraine following a summit with European leaders, just days after President Donald Trump berated Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in the Oval Office. Starmer announced a loan of $2.8 billion to support Ukraine, funded through the freezing of Russian assets approved on Saturday. He also highlighted a new deal that would allow Ukraine to use $2 billion in export finance to buy missiles made in Northern Ireland.
Starmer vowed to bolster Ukraine to allow the nation to negotiate a peace agreement from a position of power. Starmer said at a news conference, "We have to learn from the mistakes of the past. We cannot accept a weak deal like Minsk, which Russia can break with ease. Instead, any deal must be backed with strength. Every nation must contribute to that in the best way it can." The Minsk agreements are a set of deals aimed at ending the fighting between Ukrainian armed forces and Russian separatists. After the announcement, Zelensky said he sees unity, clear support, and a willingness to cooperate from Europe.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un supervised a test launch of strategic cruise missile and ordered full readiness to use nuclear attack capabilities, which he claimed would ensure that the most effective defense for the country. The KCNA, a news agency, said the test was designed to warn enemies who are seriously violating the security environment of the country and fostering and escalating the confrontation environment, and to demonstrate the readiness of its various nuclear operation means.
The missile launch was conducted on Wednesday over the sea off the west coast of the Korean peninsula. South Korea's military said Friday that it had detected signs of missile launch preparations on Wednesday and tracked several cruise missiles. North Korea has pursued the development of strategic cruise missiles for several years, intending to deliver nuclear warheads. This type of missile tends to provoke less alarm and condemnation from the international community than ballistic missiles because they are not formally banned under UN Security Council resolutions. The Security Council has banned the North from ballistic missile and nuclear weapons development and has imposed a number of sanctions for violations.
A U.S. aircraft carrier arrived in South Korea on Sunday in a show of force, days after North Korea test-launched cruise missiles to demonstrate its counterattack capabilities. The arrival of the USS Carl Vinson and its strike group at the South Korean port of Busan was meant to display a solid U.S.-South Korea military alliance in the face of persistent North Korean threat and to boost the interoperability of the allies' combined assets. The South Korean Navy said it was the first U.S. aircraft carrier to visit South Korea since June.
The deployment of the carrier is expected to infuriate North Korea, which views temporary deployments of such powerful U.S. military assets as major security threats. North Korea has responded to some past deployments of U.S. aircraft carriers, long-range bombers, and nuclear-powered submarines with missile tests. Since his January 20th inauguration, U.S. President Donald Trump has said he will reach out to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un again to revive diplomacy. North Korea hasn't directly responded to Trump's overture but has alleged that U.S.-led hostilities against North Korea have intensified since Trump's inauguration.
It already has the world's largest navy, but new satellite imagery shows that China is developing a massive nuclear-powered aircraft carrier that would rival the largest vessel in the American fleet. The image of China's Dalian shipbuilding facility in northeast China suggests that the new ship will allow fighter jets to be launched from 4 parts of the flight deck, leading analysis to conclude that the image indicates a new ship design unlike anything currently in the Chinese fleet.
China's 3 current aircraft carriers have the capacity to launch jets from only 3 parts of the deck, at the front and the waist or center. Its latest supercarrier, the recently launched Fujian, a Type 003, has 3 electromagnetic catapult launching systems to propel fighter jets. The U.S. has 11 supercarriers that can launch from 4 locations. Satellite images of China's Dalian shipbuilding facility in northeast China show an engineering prototype of a module with 2 tracks or trenches. China has made no secret of its ambitions for a so-called blue water navy to rival the United States and has been pursuing carrier development for several years.
Anora, the story of a New York sex worker who gets a chance at a new life when she marries a wealthy Russian client on a whim, won 5 Academy Awards on Sunday, including the coveted Best Picture Oscar. The movie's 25-year-old star, Mikey Madison, was named Best Actress. The film also earned Best Director for Sean Baker, as well as awards for original screenplay and editing. Anora was made for $6 million, a tiny sum by Hollywood standards.
And the Oscar goes to? Are they playing us off?
No. Well, maybe. Anora.
Sean Baker, a director known for making small films about porn stars, transgender prostitutes, and other marginalized people, said, "If you're trying to make independent films, please keep doing it. We need more. This is proof." Madison scored an upset over Demi Moore, who had been favored to win Best Actress for her role in The Substance. Madison said on stage, "I grew up in Los Angeles, but Hollywood always felt so far away from me. To be here standing in this room today is really incredible." Anora, released by independent distributor Neon, has generated $40 million at global box offices. Wicked, by comparison, has hauled in $728 million.
The answer yesterday was C, rally. Thousands attended the rally to demand fair elections. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. UK PM offers unwavering support to Ukraine. Number 1, Summit, 顶峰高峰会. She finally reached the summit after hours of climbing. Number 2, berate, 严厉指责. The coach berated the team for their poor performance. Number 3, highlight, 强调凸显. The speaker highlighted the importance of teamwork. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. You can write your answer in the comment section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. One of the biggest health crises faced today by the people of the world, obesity affects nearly 1 in 6 individuals. In fact, approximately 800 million people are living with obesity, and many more are affected by it, including friends and family members of those who struggle. World Obesity Day aims to raise awareness about the issue, encourage resources, and provide ways for communities to solve these problems together. And that's all for today's Funday news. Be sure to tune into Funday news from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Wei Li, your host. I'll see you next time.